Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we'll be discussing about the cybersecurity measures for the ILAC that will be used for protecting the educational platforms from the cyber threats. So let's begin with the uh, let's begin with what we'll cover in this particular presentation or in this particular video. So the first we'll give you the actual introduction about this. Then we'll carry on for the approaches for identifying cyber threats and mitigation, tools for the protection against the cyber threats, additional advantages and benefits of these tools, and some conclusion about it. So let's begin. Let's start with the introduction. So, online platform security is a top priority for educational institutions like ILAC to prevent illegal access or data breaches. So, that at some that after you become like good in the business and good in educational stuffs, so there'll be people who will try to access your database or access the videos or the content that you have for in your organization. And just to prevent this access, you'll need to take many cybersecurity measures and to cause the data breaches as well. It's not only about the people who will try to access the data, but they can hack your system, they can go into your system, they can get uh, all the all the access keys, or you can say all the passwords or the credit card details of the students who have been enrolled in your educational system. So for ILAC, we need for some methods, some cybersecurity methods and resources that go beyond reduction, like beyond the threat reduction. Let's carry on with the next one. So the approaches for identifying cyber threats and mitigation. So unauthorized access. Let's begin with this. The first one is the intrusion detection system. So if any intruder who doesn't have any proper access to a particular file or particular database, the intrusion will be the intrusion detection system will not allow the user, or it will give an alarm about that there's an intruder who's trying to get in the system or get in the database. So this is what the intrusion detection system will be used for. The user authentication mechanisms. So the user authentication mechanisms will be for like it will authenticate the users, like it will check if the users are genuine or not, the access control list. So this will just give access to particular database only to particular users. For just in case, for an example, let's take a office environment in which you are a manager. So manager will have access to all the stuffs, and the employees under him, they'll have access to the particular stuffs that they need to work on. So that's how the ACL works. So let's start for identifying cyber threats and mitigation. So this is for the data breaches. So data loss prevention system. So there'll always be a backup system. There'll be like if database is lost, you can fetch the data from it. For in many places we have redundant servers. So that's what we have done in the ILAC as well. We'll set up a redundant server on the backup. So this will prevent data loss. Then the encryption technologies. So the encryption is an important thing because there's encryption is what gives you security to all the stuffs that you are like that you have kept on your network or kept on your database. So this is the encryption technologies is the second one. And the security information and event management systems. So in this, you will get proper log of what a user is trying to access or what a user is not trying to what a user is doing in his systems. So on what time, what user has logged in, what time, what users have logged off, what database was he fetching. So you'll get all these things in the history, and this is just for the information and the event management. You can see the ongoing events as well. Like if someone is using a particular database at a particular time, you can see that the person using the database, and you can keep a monitoring system for you, and we have kept a monitoring system for that as well. So the next one, approaches for identifying cyber threats and mitigation. First one is content theft. So digital rights management systems. So this is what The digital right means that if you have posted a video for an example, then the video will be like it. All the rights will be to you. So this is what this is how the rights management systems work. Content watermarking and web scraping detection tools. These are two other examples of the content theft, like keeping the content safe as well. Let's go on to the next one. So, protection against cyber threats. So, what tools can we use for all these things? So, let's begin with the intrusion detection system. So, Snort, Surricate, Bro, Seek. Like Bro Seek is the same one, just have two different names. So these tools can be used for the intrusion detection system. For the user authentication mechanisms, you can use Active Directory. This is the best one that you can use because Microsoft has it inbuilt, and you don't need to get it outsourced from somewhere else. The LDAP and the Kerberos as well, and the access control list. So access control list, Windows access control list, or Linux file system ACLs. So Windows is like you can do it through the Windows, you can do it directly, Linux, and you can also use Cisco systems for making the access control list and the content theft. Let's go on with the content theft now. So digital DRM, like I'll just use a short form for it. So Adobe Primetime DRM, Microsoft Play Ready, Google Widevine, and there are many other tools as well. So these are just top three, top four tools that we have mentioned in all the examples for all of them. So content watermarking, we'll use the Digimark, Verimetrics, and Airdata. For web scraping, we'll be using Digital Networks, Scraping Hub, and Botify. So all these tools can be used. You can use their tutorial as well if you are just a beginner in this field. So you'll understand how it actually works. So they have a tutorial video in the link as well. If you want, then we can put it in our future videos as well. So the data breaches. Let's go on what you tools will use for the data breaches. So data loss prevention systems, Symantec DLP, McAfee DLP, and Digital Guardian. It's just the kind of like you might have heard about McAfee. It's an antivirus company, so they can also make the data loss prevention systems as well. Encryption technologies, BitLock or VeraCrypt, OpenSSL. So it's like it is something you can keep your stuff secured within. So if you have a photo, you can keep it in BitLocker. It won't give an access until and unless you put the correct code of the BitLocker. And the last one is the SIEM. So this we use Splunk, IBM, QRadar, and ArcSight as well. So let's go on for the additional benefits and advantages. So first one is we'll be enhancing the user trust and confidence after implementing all these things in the ILAC. So we have already done that, and the users are really happy about it. And second will be the transparent security measures. So let's try. I'll just tell you about transparent security measures that the users will have like all the transparency of understanding the security of it. So they'll be more confident on us. They'll be more trustful on us. The ILAG will be more trustful on us with the help of this thing. So the effective communication. So if there's any problem, our support team will always be there for you guys, for the ILAG team, and for their users as well, so they don't get any problem in the access in the for accessing the information they need or the database they need, and a prompt incident response. So we'll have all these things covered properly in it. And let's go on to the conclusion. We are almost about to end the video. So this is the protecting ILAC educational platform is critical for safeguarding student data and resources. So the thing that I explained you in the beginning. So we'll have some credit card details. We'll have some private names, the birth dates. So just to keep these all these things secured, we need to follow all the things what I've just explained you in the whole video. So the robust procedures and technology reduce the risks, increases user confidence. So all the things of advantages and benefits, and maintain compliance and provide a competitive advantage in the educational industry. So we'll just keep the systems more secure for the ILAC. That's how it'll actually work. And thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much.